What we do see and what we are very concerned about is that the petrol fund is invested in a number of companies that produce military equipment that is used in the war in Gaza. And we are not only talking about fighter planes and bombs. We are talking about components. We are talking about surveillance equipment that is used by the military to choose targets. And it is very clear that if Norway invests money in a company that contributes to war crimes, then Norway is also part of that problem. And that cannot be acceptable. International law is very clear that if there is a grave risk that military material you export will contribute to violations of international law, more concretely violations of international humanitarian law or human rights violations, then you must not export or transfer this equipment. So Norway cannot accept that Norwegian money is in companies that violate these principles.
We're seeing absolute hypocrisy from many states when it comes to their declarations about international law, and particularly international humanitarian law, the laws of war. We have seen a huge outcry from Western states about Russian actions in Ukraine and the destruction of civilian infrastructure and the killing of civilians. That outcry is absolutely justified. But at the same time, Western states continue to arm Israel, to give financial assistance to Israel, to protect Israel at the United Nations, and to refuse to do anything to uphold international humanitarian law in Gaza. A second point is that those standards are supposed to be applied to the arms trade through the arms trade treaty, and we're seeing governments absolutely ignore their responsibilities both in that international law and in their own domestic law, and continuing to send arms to Israel while Israel is committing war crimes, crimes against humanity, and while there's a risk of genocide in Gaza. And not just in Gaza, by the way. War crimes and crimes against humanity are being committed against Palestinians in the West Bank on a daily basis, and that violence is increasing.